I sold everything that we own, sold our house, sold the majority of our stuff. I have a bunch of stuff in the back of this car, but we are moving into an RV to live full-time in an RV with our 5, hopefully soon to be 6 kids. And after a year of delays, we were only supposed to be living in my dad's basement for 2 months, and instead of 2 months, we were there for almost an entire year. And after delays, we are finally about to pull out tomorrow evening. And there's been so many different emotions going on, partially because we don't get to take one of my step babies. He has to stay here due to a custody agreement, and that is really hard on all of us. But we also know that this is what we are supposed to be doing, and we're continuing to trust this process because everything just continues to fall into place in a way that you can't even make it up. Like you can't make it up. Like you can't make it up. And I know that this is the road that we're supposed to go down. I know that our children have so much trauma and that they have to see something different. We have to pull them out of this area, out of this place, out of this stagnant energy, and we have to move them for them to be able to heal, for us to be able to heal the way that we need to. Our nervous systems are just so bombarded in this area, in this space of just stagnant energy, that we are shifting and we are moving. And it is the most terrifying thing that I've ever done in my entire life. So many people look at us like we're crazy. And honestly, we have ideas of like, we know that money is going to come from these places, but like, where's all the money going to come from? Like, we don't have solid finances that like make me feel comfortable. And so that's really uneasy for me. And so I am just vulnerably sharing our journey and our story of the shit that we've been through, the shit that our children have been through, and what we're having to do to get them to a place where they can heal and be whole human beings and not continue to perpetuate generational trauma the way that it was passed down to our nervous system. And we went, 40, 30, almost 40 years before realizing that it was the way that our nervous systems were impacted whenever we were children. It was the way that we were brought up. It was the lack of emotional attunement and care. It was capitalism that drew us away from our children and our families. Our parents were gone off to work trying to survive, dealing with relationships that they were manipulated into believing that they had to stay in because of some gross religious doctrine, theology bullshit. And we are finally pulling away from that. But a pulling away is still a pulling. And so it's painful. You would think that this would, be exciting, and partially it is, but it's also a ripping and a stripping away of everything that we've known, every safety blanket, every comfort, all the familiar, you know what I'm saying. It's not a day for that word. Pulling away from all that is familiar to us. And here it is. We are here. My husband, everybody is getting ready to load up in this bad boy. That's her. That's what we're gonna be living in. We'll see y'all on the road.